Hello, it's Emma. How are you? Today we're going to make some artwork which ties in with our theme this time, our value, which is respect. And we're going to be tying our piece of work in with an important thing that's happening towards the end of this week. First thing, Remembrance Day on the 11th of November, and secondly, Remembrance Sunday, which is on Sunday, the 12th of November. Um, you might think, why do we remember the 11th of November and why do we all wear lots of poppies at this time of year? Well, Remembrance Day on the 11th is commemorating all the people who died in the First World War, and Remembrance Sunday is commemorating all the people who died not just in the First World War, but the Second World War and any other wars that have happened since then. And the poppy was adopted way back in 1921 as a symbol of remembrance. And the reason why it was a poppy is because poppies like to grow where the soil has been dug up and turned over recently. And if you can imagine, in old-fashioned warfare, there were lots of tanks, there were lots of people running around, trudging around, and the soil got disturbed a lot, which meant that the poppies then germinated and grew. So there were lots and lots of poppies seen on the battlefield. And that's why we have the poppy as a symbol of remembrance. So we're going to make a poppy field and we're going to do some printmaking today. Okay. So we're going to make a field for our poppies to grow in. And I've collaged some green pieces of paper. I've cut them up in kind of long, thin triangles in strips. I've just used whatever I can find. You could use things out of magazines, couldn't you? And what we're going to do is we're going to glue them down with a bit of sticky glue. And you can overlap them. You can put on as many as you like. So it's really simple. What have I got here? I've got some that are stuck together already. That's not very helpful, is it? Hey, there we are. So you can build up your layers of grass in the poppy field like that until you've got enough. Okay. And then we're going to do some printmaking, I said. So we're going to make some prints for our poppy shape, because these poppies that we've got here are mass produced, aren't they? We see thousands of these on people's jackets and on decorations out in the street all the way through November. So we are going to make our own poppy that we can mass produce and print lots of. I've got some foam here, just some bendy foam. But what else could you use? I've got some polystyrene from an old pizza tray. I've got some, this is a bit like bubble wrap, but it comes from packaging, or you could just use a piece of cardboard. And the way that they make a poppy shape is they kind of make two lobes. It's almost like a bumpy circle, isn't it? So you can cut out your poppy shape. And the reason why I like printmaking is you just cut out your shape once and then you can make lots and lots. Okay, there we are, a nice kind of like bumpy circle shape for our poppies. And then we need something to make the middle of the poppy. So I'm going to use something round. I found an old cork. So we're going to put some red into our tray first of all for our poppies. And what colour do we need? We need some black for the inside of the poppies, don't we? The centre of the poppies. Right, I've got my paintbrush. I've got my wibbly wobbly poppy shape. I'm going to paint some red on there. You can splodge that on. Make sure you get a nice layer on so we get a good vibrant red poppy print. Your fingers are going to get a bit messy, but that's printmaking for you. Okay. So should we do one on here, see how it turns out? Do one there. Press it down all over, nice and firmly. Whoa, pretty good. I've got a little bit there, it hasn't got a poppy bit on it. I'm going to splodge that. Oh, and then I'm going to put some more on. See, this is it. Once you've cut out your shape, you just can keep going, printing lots and lots of poppies. Maybe you could do a whole line of poppies, like a meadow of poppies. How many do you reckon we've got room for here? Maybe 3 or 4? I reckon so. There we are. There's one on there. Splodge. That's looking pretty good. I'm not worried about that bit in the middle because we're going to put the red bit in the middle, aren't we? I'm going to put another one on What do you reckon? I'll stop at 3, but you can put as many as you like on, can't you? I'm going to put one down here. Squash. Pull it off. How's it done? Yeah, pretty good. Right, so now we need the middle of the poppy. So this is where my cork comes in handy. Another paintbrush, bit of black on there. Let's see if we can make the centre of the poppy. Yes, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I'm glad that worked. Let's do the next one. Splodge. Cool. What else could you use? You could use the lid of a glue stick, couldn't you? That's about the right sort of size. Paint that and print with it. So there we are. We've got a poppy field there. You could all make a little poppy field each, couldn't you? Make it and join it up and make a meadow. So I hope you join with me on the 11th and the 12th to remember all of those people who gave up their lives for our freedom, hey, and fought for our freedom in our country. And have fun making a poppy field. Okay, bye-bye.